By 1870, 80% of the total population of the United States was literate, which meant reading newspapers, magazines, and periodicals was popular by the turn of the century. The circulation of daily, Sunday, and weekly newspapers increased at 39 million, up from 7 million in 1870. In fact, the working-class American society had an insatiable appetite for reading, and the 1870s Old Sleuth dime-store crime novels were published. The fictional detective character Old Sleuth solved crimes and appealed to the less sophisticated working class with a desire for social order. The detective character operated independently and interacted with law enforcement only after apprehending the criminal. He was able to get himself out of any situation, no matter how dangerous. Harlan Page Halsey, the author, was a businessman and member of the Brooklyn Board of Education who made quite a bit of money from the royalties. The literature was mass-produced and made from the cheapest grade of paper, hence the name Pulp Fiction. The cost of novels ranged from 1 cent to 15 cents, and they were intended to excite, astonish, and arouse, providing readers sensationalism and escapism. They were perfect reading material for the remote railroad settlements where entertainment was non-existent in 1896. An unsolved murder and the resulting quick-paced investigation offered a real-time dime-store novel plot and captured the fascination in San Bernardino County, California. On December 6, 1896, Joseph Otto was found murdered beside the railroad tracks 4 miles east of Baghdad. The very next day, Louis James Searcy was arrested by T.F. Reardon, an employee of the railroad east of Danby, and turned over to Deputy J.L. Medlin at Baghdad. The evidence of the time of the arrest was the fact that Searcy was seen in the company of the victim. The story included everything traditionally found in a dime store novel: detectives, a manhunt, intrigue, and moral justice. The spirit of Old Sleuth and the influence of dime store novels thus cannot be underestimated as major driving forces behind the arrest, trial, and conviction of Louis James Searcy. These novels and their stories of detectives working independently for the good of humanity were a blueprint for the crime, arrest, and trial described in the story 4 Miles East of Baghdad.